And we're live.
We are live, my friend. We are live. How's it going, buddy?
I am great. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I am doing fine.
Yeah, man.
It's a good day here in Southern Ontario. I will call us the hated part of Ontario now, which is always good. Like, subscribe, and share. Why? Because we're one of the only ones in the green zone.
Oh.
So, hey, man, let's, everybody hates us. We already have people from Toronto in town. It's getting kind of ridiculous out there.
Yeah. Well, have you heard what's been going on in North Bay?
A little bit. It's sounding a little scary out there.
Yeah. Well,
what's going on in my city, my old friendly city?
I don't know if we're friendly, but
wow, used to be.
Yeah. So essentially, we went from about 4 cases of COVID to 23, I think, or something like that.
In one go.
In one day, like just boom, like that.
What the hell happened?
What's happening is and this is the worst part, this is the ironic part, is there are people staying home and there's an outbreak in the apartment building. And they're saying that it's getting through the ventilation system and people are essentially everybody in this apartment building that's staying home to avoid COVID is getting it because it's making its way through the ventilation systems and stuff.
So you're telling me that's what happened on cruise ships. People need to remember this. Okay. So what they're saying is that the cruise ships didn't have proper ventilation. Like they circulated the air. Instead of having an exchange where it comes in and it goes out, it was circulating the air. So that's how people were getting sick on cruise ships. Yeah. So this apartment building in North Bay is now just killing people.
Well, they've identified the one. It's Lancelot. One on Lancelot, apparently.
Where is that again? Is that in Ferris?
I don't really remember, man. I know that there's like Robin Hood Court and Lancelot and all these fucking King Arthur's Court bullshit. They're all in the same area, and I can't quite remember where the fuck they're. I think it's in Ferris, though. I think it is.
That's right across from Metro. Is that the one I'm thinking? The one right on Lakeshore, and that might be Lancelot.
Maybe, man. I don't know.
So you guys went from like your mayor, who doesn't live in North Bay, was like, hey, I'm an asshole, but guess what? We got 2 cases. Then we were about to go green, and they're like, we have 40 or 30 or whatever the hell you have.
Yeah, like 20, 22, 25, like mid-20s.
25 cases of COVID.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, out of fucking nowhere, eh?
Out of nowhere. Like that sounds rigged to me. Does that, you know what I mean? Like you just randomly got 23 from one building in one day.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. And like the worst part is these are people who apparently are just staying home and they're trying to do the right thing. And
these guys are just minding their business, going to Metro, maybe the beer store, coming back home.
Well, I mean, we don't even have to assume that. For all we know, they haven't even left their house. Maybe they're getting food delivered, or maybe they're, you know what I mean? Like, we don't even know. Perhaps they've had no interactions at all, and they've quarantined themselves. And then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, you got COVID and you haven't even left your apartment. I mean, you have to actually feel bad for these people.
Do you imagine that? You're sitting at home binging Netflix or whatever you're binging. You're binging everything, and you're trying to be the guy. You're like, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to do push-ups. I'm going to watch what I eat. I'm going to have a good time. All of a sudden,
going to eat vegan ice cream.
Vegan ice cream. We'll get to that. All of a sudden, the old COVID sneaks in right through your mask, and you got COVID.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're wearing. That's the thing is, are they wearing their mask in their apartment? Probably not. But I mean, we can even pretend they are.
Well, now, is this the one where patient 0 in that building traveled outside of the zone and then brought it back?
I don't know that for sure, and I don't know if that's even been posted. It possibly has, but I know that just before this outbreak, 1 or 2 people had, I believe they were in their 60s, they had gotten COVID from traveling, and then a week or so later, it's fucking rampant in an apartment building. So it is very possible that it started with 1 person traveling, and then everybody's got to suffer. Yeah.
I hope that 1 person it feels bad.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to move. Would you have to move after that?
Could you imagine? Oh,
would you have to move? You would have to move though.
You have to move, yeah.
But like, could you imagine if like your rent was only like 700 for a 2-bedroom or something, and like you lived there for 15 years and you hadn't moved out, and all of a sudden it's like you got everybody sick with the COVID,
and everybody knows it's you because you're like, hey, I'm going on vacation in a week. Do you have the balls to say that though? Do you have the balls to say like, hey, I'm going on vacation in a week to everybody during a pandemic?
Depends on where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but I mean, it's labeled as travel. Did they say how far they traveled? Like, did they go to Toronto or did?
Dude, I don't know. Like, I just seen everybody bitching about it, like, because I've got a lot of North Bay people, and I just laughed. I'm like, I guess you fucks that wanted to shut the North off, couldn't shut the North, we just want to have a northern bubble. Well, guess what happened? One of your little bastards in your little bubble left, so just shut down all the southbound lanes.
Isn't that advocating for a bubble, a northern bubble? Then that's
what they wanted, but the people in the bubble can't leave. It's not a one-way bubble. You can't leave.
No, that's what I'm saying. Isn't this advocating for a bubble? Like even people within our district or whatever should not be leaving and coming back.
Dude, there are so many anti-vaxxers in your there's so many things in your little bubble up north. I'm like, I love some of them, and I'm just like, just shut up. Yeah. Nobody, like, when I see like global news come up and I see something, then I see like a mutual friend comment on it, I'm like, is that necessary for you to open your fucking gums about a COVID thing you don't believe? And then Facebook this week came out and said anti-vaxxers will be getting tossed from Facebook.
I heard that.
And all the fake news spreaders. So I was like, well, there goes CNN. Trump's already gone. I don't know if he's back. I haven't paid attention to that. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people are going to get caught with, anti-vaxxing and all this fake news bullshit, right?
Well, they've said that they're going to shut down misinformation about vaccines and not just COVID-19 vaccines, even any anti-vax speech will be shut down. And they're going to be targeting a lot of groups, apparently. Oh, I actually wanted to close this door before we got started, but whatever. But yeah, they're going to be targeting not just COVID, they're going to be targeting any anti-vax.
So you mean to tell me that they're going to shut down anti-vaxxers and all this stuff on social media platforms, right?
Yeah. And the thing is I'll believe it when I see it.
But do you not think it's funny that the fucking anti-vaxxers are all vaccinated? Am I the only guy that sees that?
It is funny.
I don't have polio because you got vaccinated. Why don't my kid get? Well, how come my kid's got the mumps or measles or something? Because he's not vaccinated.
He's not vaccinated. So here's the thing. I'm of two minds on this issue because I don't believe in anti-vaxxing. I believe you should vaccinate your children, and I believe it's sort of a form of child abuse to not vaccinate your child.
You're not even giving. Go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. That's inappropriate.
But I also believe in free speech. And I think that if somebody wants to express these views, the way to counter it is to tell them why they're wrong and explain why they're wrong and fight bad speech with good speech, not by shutting them up.
Okay. I believe in freedom of speech. I'm a huge proponent of freedom for speech. You and I have known each other long enough that my speech has always been free, and I've been willing to tell it to anybody that wants to hear it. And people that don't want to hear it, I don't care. My issue is that don't jam it down somebody's throat, because now we have so much accessibility to each other that we shouldn't be using it as you have to be careful. It has to be monitored now. I'm not saying like free speech. If you want to go to the park and you want to have a gathering of anti-vaxxers, by all means, go ahead and do it. I don't care. But we have to be careful as long as you're not bullying people to a certain extent, if that makes sense to you when it comes to...
Well, to be honest, I kind of feel like and I'm not sympathizing with these people, but I feel like the anti-vaxxers are the one that sort of get bullied the most. People will bully them a little bit, but maybe that's not a bad thing.
It's just lack of education.
Yeah.
Or the education they're finding... Like I'll say like they found education, but it's on like some kind of crazy website that's out there. And you're like, yeah, man. Like if you go pick up like an old textbook, you'll find one in a library. It tells you like what you can do. And like it tells you what vaccines came from.
Well, they're listening to Jenny McCarthy and Jim Carrey over doctors.
Ace Ventura and a Playboy bunny.
Yeah, I don't know if she's even a Playboy bunny. I think she's done some stuff.
Is she not Playmate of the Year one year?
I don't know. I know she was on MTV and did some Playboy stuff. And...
when they played music, when MTV played music.
Yeah, she gets her street cred from that. Again, though, I'm a little bit conflicted because, like I said, I think that they should be able to say what they want to say. You know, I recognize that I don't know everything. So if somebody has an opinion that I don't agree with, I want to hear it, and I want to be able to tell them why they're wrong.
Are you okay with them censoring Trump?
No, I'm not. I've said that before. I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Yeah, I think I don't like Trump. I don't like the things he said, but he should be allowed on these platforms to say what he says.
So what we're saying is we're on a slope right now, and now Facebook is the new group that Facebook and Instagram want to hate on are the anti-vaxxers. Well, so what's the next group they're going to hate on?
I mean, anything that I don't know. You know, I that's what's scary is they have this weird power that they can create this culture that if they don't like, and I know you're a right-wing guy, they tend to censor a lot of right-wing ideas, and they can censor that stuff and say that it's not valid, and maybe it is. You know, who are they to say?
Or it is. Like, listen, I'm a right-wing guy, but if you're a left-wing guy and it's happened before, you say something, I go, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, we're on the same page. And then the same thing happens with me. I go, well, why don't we do it this way? Why didn't it happen this way? And you go, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. And that's what it is, right?
And there's another good point is, how are you ever going to change someone's mind? How are you going to change the anti-vaxxer's mind if they're not even allowed to express their thoughts without having somebody able to say, here's why I think that's wrong? You know what I mean? Now they have to have these talks offline where nobody else is around, where they're sort of in an echo chamber, and only people are going to support them are welcome to that conversation too.
Exactly. And that's what you know what, I'm with you, right? Yeah. But like, if they're pushing it too hard, like where it becomes bullying or terroristic, then they have to be dealt with. But if it's not, then I agree with you 100%. Well, I have no problem with that. But I just we have to ensure that we know what the issues are, right?
So the other part is, like I said, I'm of two minds. I like the idea that they should be able to discuss it. I can understand why Facebook might not agree with that. And the other part of me says, yeah, because what they're doing is they're encouraging other people to harm a child. And that's where it gets dangerous, right? It is dangerous speech. It is harmful speech. And I can understand that too. And they're seeking out maybe naive people and convincing them to harm a child. And for that reason, I kind of get behind Facebook on it too. I can get why they might be doing this.
Exactly. We can get behind it because to me, it's like a child. Let's give every child a fighting chance, because that child may do something, cure an incurable disease that we may need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, you know, but and then this is another point where some people go, well, but I guarantee, like, so if it's 1 out of 10 billion people, you're like, okay. They're like,
yeah, but I don't want to see. I don't care if they don't need to cure a disease to be valid as a child. I just don't want to see any children get hurt.
I want to see them I want to see them have the best step forward, right?
Yeah.
Because like, if my kid is vaccinated against something, or how did this happen? And I go, well, how the hell did my kid get this? And they go, well, the anti-vaxxer over there. Anti-vaxxer and I are going to have a conversation, and it's not going to go good because there's no vaccination for no teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, when does it become my right to protect my family, right? You know what I mean by that?
When does it become your right to protect your family? Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to go punch a guy for him being an anti-vaxxer.
Well, why not?
I don't know. Something about it feels like it's not okay. I can't quite put my finger on it.
But dude, we're in a world now where we're in a pandemic. Yeah. If a guy gets within 6 feet of you, knock him out.
You've had this stance before. I've heard you say
this.
Dude,
stay the fuck away from me. If I'm in Metro and there's a thing of steaks in a bunker, if there's 50 fucking steaks, Don't come and grab one. Like, give me a second. I'm not going to take all 50. Yeah. If there's one steak left, fight me for it. Go ahead. We'll wrestle over a T-bone. I don't care.
We'll risk COVID to get the good T-bones.
That's it, right? No, but even then, like, it's like, guys, just give us space. We have enough. Like, and like, I feel bad for and we'll go to, I just want to go to the COVID stuff again. In Toronto, they don't have a choice.
Okay.
They're too fucking close.
Yeah.
Like, they're stacked 50 high and 10 wide. That's it. They're prisoners. They've turned themselves into prison bunkers, and they're paying high money for it. That's why their numbers are so high.
So I mentioned in now that you're sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You always rein me in, so you go ahead.
Well, just back to what we were saying is this is an interesting situation in North Bay where a small apartment building has had this ventilation issue that's caused everybody to get sick. Could you imagine it in Toronto where there's skyscrapers full of people living in, like, sharing the same ventilation? And
well, that's what I mean. So if it happened 27 in one building, so and that would, like, let's just say that building's 20 stories high.
Sure.
Let's just say it's 20.
I don't think it's well, I don't know if there's any buildings in North Bay that are 20 stories high. They might be like 5 or 10.
Well, let's go 15. Let's just go 15. Let's just say 15 because it's was that 150 feet off the ground?
Sure.
So we'll say 15 floors. You imagine, take that, times that by 3, put that in Toronto.
Yeah.
Times that by 10, because you're looking at, like, that whole apartment building taking up a whole block in Toronto, and just right through the, like, just, and you're looking at like a 400 feet or whatever the hell it is. Dude, one bad ventilation system, everybody's getting sick. And then it rotates, right? That's all it does.
Yeah.
It cycles itself through.
And there's like I said, I've said this to other people, there's 54,000 in North Bay or 52,000 in North Bay. In fucking Toronto, there's that many people living in a city block, you know?
Well, like that's it, right? Like, and that's the problem with the COVID. I've got masks because I want to show you something for our next conversation. But that's the problem, is that everybody's so feeble and small-minded. When it comes to even my community down here is one of the most racist communities I've ever been a part of. And I can say that. I could say that honestly. The area that I live in is very racist. They do not like gays or trans or brown international students or blacks or whatever they do. Dude, we have Derek Sloan, who I've met, who's a racist fuck, and he's
this guy is.
You should realize, Google him. He's part of he was part of the Conservative Caucus for the federal government, and he got tossed because of his racist undertones.
I think I remember this guy now.
So I've never seen racism the way I see it down here. So people are like, oh, you're a northern boy. You're north of 7. You must be like, no. I respect people. I hate assholes. If you treat me bad, I hate you. It's a blanket statement. I hate everybody. I really do. If you're an asshole to me, I hate you.
Well, to be honest, though, like, a lot of people probably see, I don't know how they see. Do they see Northern Ontario as like a white area? Is that how they
see it? Very white. So they see it like they look at me and you, and we're the typical. We're the typical, like, we look typical Northern Ontario.
But I would say that that's the tip of the iceberg, because if you're honest, North Bay is a multicultural area. There's a lot of French and a lot of Native Americans.
Oh, dude, they hate the French down here. That's why I go by JM down here. That's why I go by JM. No, dude, I couldn't get a job because of my name.
Oh yeah, wow.
Like, dude, I applied to Benjamin Moore that I worked for 3 years. No paint shop would hire me because my full name is French. The minute I put JM on my resume. I put JM on my resume. I got phone calls left, right, and center.
I've been meaning. You know what? We'll get into it later.
Gonna do it later.
So the other thing is like I said, there's a lot of Native Americans here. There's also a lot of Italians here. There's North Bay is a pretty multicultural area, so I can see how moving down south, they might not understand that. They may not realize it. A lot of people don't see. There's a lot of non-visual minorities up here, I guess, is what you would say.
Exactly. But then another thing too, as I find, is that when you say Toronto, everybody gets a different color in their mind. Okay. If you say, like, down here, if we go, oh yeah, we gotta watch out for those assholes from Toronto. Okay. I think you ask them what color came into their mind and they were honest with you. It's nothing but, it's not white. Oh, okay. They're like, it's Asian, it's this, it's that. Like, they're dirty in Toronto. I'm like, they're not dirty. They really, like, they can be the cleanest people in the world. But if, like, my basement, like the room I'm in now, is like 500 square feet. Like that's a palace to them. Like my basement is like, okay, you have your bed, you have a stove, like where my arcade machine is behind me. Like that's a stove and a fridge. That's
a sick arcade game. What is that? Is that the one that you had in the garage growing up?
No. That one went back to my buddies. I bought another one.
Oh, okay.
And that one's got what's on there now? WrestleFest.
WrestleFest. Very nice. Is that one of those one-up?
No. That's a real.
That's a real.
That thing is
that thing is right. You're the man.
It is. It's true. Yeah.
I'm jealous. I will tell you, I was thinking, I was actually pricing them out. I would kill for a Mortal Kombat 2 arcade like that. I would fucking kill for it.
So I'll tell you, okay, let me just wrap up the whole thing with Toronto.
Sure.
And the COVID thing.
And Sorry. Then we'll talk about now I'm the one getting off.
No, it's okay. That's exactly what it's there for. So we're doing now is I'm going to explain to you what we're doing in our zone. So sure. It's my zone. I believe it's the Hastings, Lexington and Addington. And there's another one, Pembroke area. Sure. We're the only ones in Ontario that agree.
Okay.
Kingston down the road from me, which is a beautiful city. Love Kingston. Shout out to Kingston. Lovely people. Mm-hmm. Their health unit we got so, pardon my français, we got so fucked by fucking people coming from Quebec and like other hotspot areas. They came into Kingston. They went all through like the county and all that stuff. And they got a bunch of people infected. Our health unit got the approval, or Kingston's got the approval to ID people.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Wow. That's interesting.
So if you call a restaurant, because now we can sit in restaurants.
Yeah.
You call a restaurant and you do not have a 613 number.
Yeah.
They will tell you to bring identification with you. You will not be permitted in if you do not have ID.
Well, I can give them any number I want, right?
No. So when you call on the call display.
Yeah. Oh, you have to call. Oh, okay.
So the book, you can't walk in because we've got to write everything down who was in the building, right?
Okay.
They will ID you. If your ID does not say Belleville or Kingston or Napanee or wherever one of the little communities we have around here, you're going home with the possibility of being fined.
Oh, wow. Wow. They'll fine you for that. Wow.
They'll fine you for leaving because they think that you're going to. So if you're a lazy person who didn't get their ID checked, like I just had a conversation with somebody, they're like, no, my ID is Newcastle, which is down the road. It's not in our zone. I'm like, do not get pulled over here.
Oh, so they haven't bothered to switch over their license. Yeah, I've done that a few times.
No, but you know what I mean though? Like, so I have international students here that go to Loyalist, right? Lovely human beings, but they're all from Toronto. Yeah. So they'll land base in Brampton, Toronto, the PO region. Then they come here, they're like, well, but I go home every weekend because it's only an hour away.
Yeah.
Drive home. But there's four of us, we just carpool home.
They really shouldn't do that.
Not now. Well, that's a different story. We'll talk about that after. But like those guys still have Toronto addresses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like,
in a situation like that, maybe it's not a bad thing that you might get in trouble for that.
Well, that's it, right? Like we've had outbreaks here too, and it's something you got to do. It's just unfortunate that we have to come to that as a society where we don't trust each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, remember back when we were kids and you'd be walking down the street and you'd see like the red sign. Was it a block parent? I think that's what it was called. Yeah, block there was parent, a red sign, block parent, or whatever it was in the window.
Yeah.
Go to that house. They're trusted. If you no, don't go to that guy's house.
Do they still have the block parent system? I'm not too familiar.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it consisted of, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no trust anymore. There's none. There's no trust at all.
In retrospect, all you had to do was get your hands on that fucking sign, eh? Like if you were a bad person, I mean, not that I'm advocating that.
If you wanted to dance with minors, you could just put that sign up and they go, oh yeah, look over there. There's so-and-so. He's got a black parent sign. He must be good.
And I remember every teacher and they would all advocate it. Oh yeah, if you're ever in trouble, just look for that block parent sign. And as a child, I thought like, that doesn't fucking hold up. Like, I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, that doesn't hold up. Anyone can get those signs.
But dude, like, if you think about it though, you're like, they pushed us to do a lot of things we shouldn't have done as kids.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that like there's no way we could do it now that like we did in school.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think we all know that there was lead paint for years. That was before our time, but sure.
Oh, dude, for sure. Or like at the old school, is this still standing up in front of your house, the old school?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, there's a school that we used to go to that got, just shake your head. We'll change the subject. I was gonna say, there was asbestos and they found it years later and we were all moving stuff from said school and they still haven't torn it down. I forgot you don't like to be on the internet like that. My apologies.
Anyways,
if you want to talk about my arcade, just quickly, I bought that for $250 3 years ago.
Oh wow!
I was like, I'm gonna buy 4 or 5 of those.
Nice.
Skyrocketed. A Mortal Kombat 2 with this 5 buttons. I believe it's 5 buttons. Probably about $1,000.
Well, I saw one for 2,000 and I was like, maybe I don't want it that bad.
Yeah, go look at pinballs. You're better off to get one of the 1-up things as well, too.
Yeah, but I don't want one of the 1-ups things. They're cheap knockoff wannabe, you know.
The only thing that's going to save you with the 1-up is the monitor can be changed out.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's sort of like a computer that you can just program to have whatever you want on it, right?
Yeah, like this one here, like if when that tube goes off, like it's an old tube TV, that goes off, I got to get it recapped, or I got to buy a Chinese knockoff, and they're like $400. So I'm like, great. Yeah, no, man, it's a good time though. People when they come over, we tend to just crush hours on it.
That's awesome.
What was
the one that you had in your garage?
Bubble.
That was right, Bubble Bobble or whatever. Yeah.
Oh man. All night, dart going, whiskey's in the garage, and just double tapping it and just trying to get as high as you possibly could.
Jeez, yeah.
On the game, I'm not an advocate for drugs. we really were when we were kids.
Those were good times in that garage, my friend.
Oh, there definitely was some times in that garage. Hey, man, did you watch the Super Bowl at all?
No.
Do you want to know something that is really, 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 really fucked up to watch now?
What's that?
People in the stands.
Okay.
Crowds. You watch.
Were there people in the crowds?
Yeah, 25,000 people.
Wow. Well, how many? But that's not capacity, is it?
No, but here's what they did. So they charged you $100 American.
Okay. Sure. $100 is not bad.
Hang on. No.
The Super Bowl.
You let me finish here, my man.
Okay.
For a printout, they printed your face out and put you on a cardboard cutout.
Okay, so, I stand corrected. $100 is terrible.
No. So like, I was watching the Super Bowl, and like, you have a couple of beers or something, before the game. Couple chicken wings, you're hanging out. You start watching it, you're half in the bag. You go, man, that's a lot of. They're at capacity for the Super Bowl. So Twitter blew up. They're like, there's capacity for the Super Bowl. Stupid Florida, and they're like. So what they did was it was like Adam and Jay out. And then around our 2 seats, there was cardboard cutouts everywhere on the seats. So that when you panned real quick, it looked like it had a full crowd.
Okay, yeah. That's cool. I mean, whatever. They should have had a Thunderdome.
Nobody wants a Thunderdome. Because what happened during the game was absolutely amazing, my friend. Do you know that? And I'm not going to talk about the football game. Nobody cares about the football game. You don't care. You don't care about sports.
I don't care so much. But
do you know about the betting systems that are in place for the Super Bowl?
I'm vaguely aware, but
you bet on the stupidest things. What color's the Gatorade that's going to be dumped on the fucking winning coach?
Sure.
And they give you like a 175 if you get it right.
Okay.
Props. What the hell did the one guy win? Props on a streaker.
Oh, I heard about this.
At the Super Bowl.
I saw this on a meme of all things.
Dude, the guy was losing. Now, this is what happens. So the legit gambling sites will not allow this because it makes guys like this guy, I'm not going to say his name, this guy do exactly what this guy did.
Why don't you say his name?
I don't know his name. I was trying to be, and you called me out on it. You're an idiot.
Go on.
Anyways, continuing on. The guy streaks on in a pink onesie with his ass hanging out with a porn site across his chest.
Nice.
Also, he bet on a streaker at the Super Bowl. He put down like 50,000, or he put down something dumb. He ended up winning like $374,000.
I heard.
He spent a night in jail. Cost him $1,000 to get out because of America. He's going to get a slap on the wrist. Don't ever do that again. You can never go back into the Tampa Bay Stadium. But that's exactly what it is.
So here's my thing. When I heard this story, and I'm not a sports guy and I'm not a betting guy, but my first thought when I heard that, well, first my thought was like, awesome, great for that guy, glad to hear it. Great, wonderful. My second thought is, if you can influence the bet, doesn't that invalidate it?
To a point, right? Like when that's kind of what like some of the like the Bet 365s and all those guys. That's why they don't do it, because it's not controlled by the game itself.
Well, but my point is if he bet on himself, you know what I mean? Like he bet that there'd be a streaker, and then he did it. So to me, that invalidates it. I don't know what the laws are, the rules are. I have no idea. I'm kind of talking out my ass a little bit, but if you can.
No. You're talking out of the front. You're talking out of your mouth here. You continue on, my friend.
Well, to me, if you can influence the outcome of a bet, you shouldn't be allowed to bet on it, right? Like if you're a football player and you bet on your own game, you could throw the game, you know what I mean?
Well, Adam, you could do anything. You could say that the hockey game is only going to last 2 periods.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you $1,000, and you go, not a fucking chance. You're calling a bomb threat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you win because the game's over at 2 periods. You go, give me my money.
So if you
here's what's happened. This guy, that little meme that came out, here's what is going on right now as we speak.
Okay.
Mr. IRS, Erwin R. Shyster is looking for him.
Nice.
He's looking for him because he wants to know, where he got that bet, because no legalized betting site had that bet.
Okay.
The tax man is coming for his money. So they want.
That's fair. He has to pay taxes. I got no problem with that.
In America, $374,000, cut that baby in half, and that's what the government's taking.
Sure.
As well, if he did it, that means it's premeditated, and the charges are even worse. And during a pandemic, they're even worse.
That's whatever.
That guy's a possibility with fraud as well. He's probably looking at 10 years in prison.
Is it fraud? He gets fraud for that? I mean, that's an interesting idea.
They're looking at trespass. They're going to trespass with possibility of causing bodily harm. So if one of them would have got COVID, they would have died. But it's Florida, right? So Florida's got their own rules. Florida's writing it. But now what they're saying is and I'm hearing this off like McAfee and from a few other guys. And you probably don't know who McAfee is. Pat McAfee, good podcast, sports guy, good guy. He's saying that it's just the guy's making it up just to become a legend. But now
you're saying that he didn't actually do it.
They're saying he might not have did it. Now the tax man's coming. Erwin R. Shyster's coming to get his money. So I mean, that's exactly what's going to happen. They don't know. So is the guy like trying to be a bro and a hero, or is he really screwing stuff up?
So you're saying that he might just be making up the story to go viral.
Might just be talking out of his backside.
I don't know. You're saying that you can bet on whatever color the Gatorade is. Why wouldn't you be able to bet that there could be a streaker?
Well, because of that simple reason is that you can't control it.
Because you can control it. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting.
Because Adam, for $350,000.
I thought it was $375.
$375. Let's just call it $375 then. Well, $374 is the cost of $1,000 to get out of prison.
Sure.
Would you not take your pants off and run across a fucking football field?
Oh fuck yeah! Oh fuck.
That's American. That's like 4 million Canadian right now. We're on par with the peso. But no, that's what I'm saying is you for $370. There's a lot of shit I would do for $370. A lot of shit I do for $374 at the age of 20. Let alone adds out a couple thousand onto that.
Yeah.
But then my problem becomes is that what happened with Bret Hart a couple of years ago at the Hall of Fame ceremony, the guy runs into the ring to be a fucking hero and tackles Bret Hart. You heard Bret Hart. He hurts a player to influence the game, and I have money on it. I'm hunting that motherfucker down.
Well, that guy got a beating. That guy got a beating from several wrestlers that night.
Oh, no, the guy who attacked Bret Hart did. No, but I'm saying, like, the streaker-wise, I'm looking at, like, you attacked Bret Hart, right? And then, so you attacked an entertainer. That didn't influence money for anybody. It was Bret Hart. But if you look at it from that point of view, like, that streaker gets on the field and then takes out Mahomes or Brady.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's dead.
That would be terrible.
That guy's dead.
Yeah, especially if you got money on the game and he takes out one of your key players or something.
You got a couple of G's on the game. Oh man, it's over.
So let me ask you this, and we've sort of circled around it, and I don't know, and you may not know either because you're not a betting professional. If you influence the bet, like I said, does that invalidate it? Like, you can bet there'll be a streaker, but if you're the streaker and they find out, can they say, whoa, we don't have to pay you now?
If you're the streaker, that's a good question, Adam.
That is a good question.
If you're the streaker, I don't know, man, because like what
To me, it's suspect. When I heard that story, I found it suspect. And I don't expect you to actually know the answer, and I don't know the answer either. Just food for thought, right? Especially since there's people claiming that perhaps he's just doing it to go viral, right?
Well,
that's
make
a lot of sense.
That's it, because that's all it is, right? The TikTok videos and the podcasts and all this bullshit. Everybody wants to be famous for stupid reasons. We're going to be famous for the right reasons. We do not produce fake news.
For our thought-provoking conversations.
That's it. Me getting juiced on TV and just yelling at you about everything possible. You know what, man? If you can find somebody to take the bet on the nudity and you do it, the people that probably you're doing it against to take their money, you probably don't want to take their money, if that makes sense to you. Like,
so you're saying it's like
okay, so like Bet365. If you looked at the Bet365 or DraftKings or whatever the hell you got to go on, they legit have certain things you can bet on. You always bet on something, right? Yeah. And they'll have some fun things you can live bet on. But like, they don't have streaking because they know Adam can go streaking.
So you're saying this could be sort of a criminal underground sort of bet that maybe...
you just go around the corner at the Rippers and you go, hey, put $2,000 down on a streaker.
Yeah, I got you. So you're saying he might be in... Yeah, that's
you might not want to go and get those guys, is what I'm saying. And if you do get them, you don't want to advertise you got them. Like,
that makes sense.
You don't want to become a fucking hero and say that.
So I got a bit of an update on the last story. Lancelot is near Lake Heights. Somebody just DM'd me that.
Lake Heights.
I don't know where Lake Heights is.
Lake Heights, is that is that by fuck. Yeah, that's right off of Trout Lake, isn't it? Trout Lake, Wickstead. Is that Wickstead?
That's kind of where I was thinking it was too, but I wasn't even really that sure. So Lancelot is by Lake Heights. Let me just look. Yeah, it's in Birchhaven.
All right, there we go. Yeah, okay. Well, right town, wrong pew, I guess, but right church, wrong pew, however the fuck that goes. That's not too bad. I just feel bad for I feel bad for the people that tried to like follow the rules.
Yeah.
Or is it a crack den and they were all sharing a pipe, and that's how they got it?
Apparently, our chat is not working. What the fuck? Well, we're gonna have to just deal with it.
What do you mean our chat's not working?
Apparently, our chat.
YouTube?
YouTube? Apparently our chat on YouTube is not working. Fuck.
I never look at that. I'm watching me and you on video.
I watch it. I have it open and it's working for me. I don't know why it wouldn't be working. I'm just gonna double check this video here.
Oh, let's check it out. Oh, error loading it. But let me guess, it is one of our favorite viewers who I love.
Yeah, that person's just wrong because I'm chatting in the chat right now, and he is saying it's working now. He's in the chat saying it's working now. So I don't know why he was saying it was not working, because I haven't changed any of the settings. So I think perhaps that person was mistaken.
Just maybe looked at my phone like an arsehole, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, right?
What are you gonna do?
So the states. I'm gonna stay with the COVID train.
Sure, man.
America has come out and said that, you know what's better than one mask?
Several masks. I've heard this.
2 masks.
I always heard that if you double bagged it, you were more likely to rip it.
Then they said, you know what's better? And I seen this today, and I was very disappointed. 3 masks.
3 masks.
Let's try and put 3 masks on and see how fucking angry I'm going to get before this goes. What I like to do with the mask is my head's so big, I give it a quick pop.
Hold on, I'm going to make it so that it's always on. I'm going to make it so we can, what are we going to do here? Let's make it so that it's, whatever. We'll make it like this, old school, so we can see you do this. Yeah.
All right, so I like to pop the mask and put one on.
Okay.
Over the big chin. Now, guys, when you put the mask on, look, pinch the nose. Cool mask. Look at that. It's like a seal. That's good. Now what happens? We're going to put mask number 2 on.
Okay. Mask number 2. Drum roll.
Holy flying fuck. It's
your nose is not covered. Yes, you have to, in order to wear the mask correctly, your nose must be covered, Jean-Marc. Even though you're wearing 2 masks, you must pull your mask up over your nose, even though it's a second mask.
All right, let's try 3 fucking masks.
3 masks. Oh!
All right, 3 masks. I got 4 masks. I got 1 more mask.
You're gonna go 4?
Man, I am having a hard time breathing.
You're having a hard time breathing.
Hang on. 4 masks.
Why are you going 4? I thought they said 3.
Well, they said 3, but you might as well try on 4, eh?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can actually hear you fine.
I am ready for business. Look at
that. It's interesting because there are people that I work with that will put on a single mask and suddenly you can't hear a word they say. But someone like yourself, I'm sure you could put on 10 masks and we'd still be able to hear you.
Absolutely, Adam, and that's exactly why I'm here, is to show you. Guys, but to clip it on your nose, it gets a little slippery, though, after the 3rd one. I don't know if it's doing anything, but hey, man, I got 4 masks on my mug.
There you go.
That's not bad. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 masks. And some gray beard. Oh, man, that was warm. That's like a scarf.
That's like a scarf.
It's beautiful in there. Wow. But now they're saying that with Sleepy Joe, they may mandatory double masks.
What? They're going to mandate double masks.
So what the masks that I have, like the masks I have, like I don't know what kind of mask you have. These are the triple wall masks or whatever they call them, right?
Okay.
Like they've got the front, they got the back, and then they got like the insert inside of it.
Sure.
They're saying that's for Canada and Ontario. That's great. Like the cloth mask with the holes in it so you can see your jibs. No good. The little shield that goes. Have you seen those? No. Little shield that sits on their chin. So they got like a shield that like sits on your chin.
Okay.
And then it only comes about here, but it comes out and it only comes here. So like if I'm taller than the person, I'm 6 feet tall. So I'm not a monster, but I'm not short.
Yeah.
I had a worker. I kind of looked down and I was like, hey, and she's like, what's up? And she's looking up at me with her little fucking like quarter mask. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. If I literally spit down right now, I hit your mask, that's in your mouth, it's game over. And she's like, please don't. I'm like, I'm not going to. But like, what does that do?
Yeah, you're right. Wow. That doesn't sound like it does a whole lot.
Nothing. That does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what are you doing? That's like having a kid in the backseat of the car and you're lighting darts. You get the window down. They're still getting darts in the back. Yeah. Just give them one. There you go, Felix. Have a dart, bud. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's the Northern Ontario way, my friend.
Oh, that's a child of the 80s way, I think.
I think so too, yeah. Don't worry, he's in the box. He's got no seatbelt in the box. Dad, it's -40. Get close to the cab. No, so I mean, hey, they're talking double masking in some parts of the states.
They're gonna it's one thing to mandate a mask, but now they're gonna mandate 2 masks.
Yeah, that's the safest thing. I just had 4 on. Good time.
Did you have a hard time breathing?
After the first, like, give it a minute or two, and then it wasn't too bad, but it was like it's really tight on your face.
Yeah,
well, I've got a big head, so I mean everything's tight on this stupid
thing. I've heard people complain that they think that wearing a mask depletes your oxygen levels.
Well, for those people, I say breathe heavier because
that's what I was gonna say.
Oxygen.
That's what I was going to say is I deplete my oxygen levels for fun by going for a jog. And what happens is I just breathe heavier. So I don't really understand what the issue is.
Dude, these masks are not the doctor masks that they wear into surgery. Okay. Doctors do 4 hours of surgery straight.
Yeah.
With masks thicker than this.
Yeah.
And save your life. Shut the fuck up and wear a mask.
Well, what they say is apparently they pump oxygen into the room to offset that, which I don't even know if that's true. I haven't really been able to find a source for that. But one way or the other, like I said, whenever my body's lacking oxygen, I just breathe heavier.
That's it, man. Like, Jesus Christ. People were so dumb. They will bitch about anything to bitch about anything.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, I don't like it. Well, why not? Like, dude, this thing keeps your fucking face warm. It's like a scarf. It's wintertime. Shut up and wear it.
Yeah. Actually,
who cares?
I was in a situation the other day where I had to go outside during work hours, and I wore my mask the entire time I was outside because it was freezing.
What do you guys got up there for temperatures?
I think it was like minus 27 the other day. That's Celsius for those watching in the States. It's not bad.
You were minus 27?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I'm not used to those temperatures. I wear shorts down here all year round. It was minus 13 this morning when I woke up, and I was okay.
That's funny. And then people around you are like, what a crazy guy. Minus 13 is terrible.
They're fucking pointing at me. What are you wearing shorts for? I said, I don't know. Fuck, it's all cold up there.
This is spring weather. What are you talking about? That's like what we get. That's like what we get in like May, you know, like.
Well, that's what I said. People go like, when do you start partying? I said, May 2 for. And they said, what do you guys do? I said, we put a tent up usually during the day when there's no snow on the ground. We wake up, it's insulated with snow. Yeah. And they looked at me like I was telling a joke. I'm like, no, I'm serious.
No, that's happened.
Guys, I'm not even lying to you boys. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of fun. We got to talk about some COVID stuff. I want to touch more base some stuff on the stuff we've seen on our group chat because I'm kind of there was some good stuff in there. Everybody's favorite geek.
Yeah, Screech. From childhood. Screech. Dustin Diamond has passed away.
Unfortunately, it seemed that he went a little south. Mm-hmm. On some of his ways, but it sounded like he was kind of fixing it, and then he ended up passing away.
So I'm going to say something that not a lot of people are going to like. Nobody liked that guy. Am I wrong? They didn't like nobody. No.
Okay. Oh. Adam, this is where our friendship is exactly the same. Okay. You and I thought the exact same thing. Dude, like, Dustin Diamond died. I'm just like, rest in peace. I usually put R.I.P. and I fucking put like, you're gonna be missed. He was a fucking douchebag. He stabbed somebody in the fucking neck.
Yeah.
When O.J. Simpson dies, am I allowed to cry then? Am I allowed to cry when O.J. Simpson dies?
Well, I'm just saying.
He was found not guilty by a court of law. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I'll fight for OJ right till the end. But if I can't cry for OJ, fuck you guys. Screech was my favorite character. Kissed my ass, he was.
Was Screech?
I never liked Screech.
Who was your favorite character?
Man,
I like Zach.
So many good ones.
I
was a fan of Preppy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a Preppy guy. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was an AC guy though. Like I don't know why. I just loved AC. Mm-hmm. He was jacked. He was a football player. He was a jock. He was eating the geek. Like, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, AC was all right. I'll say this. Of all the cast members before Dustin Diamond passed away, Mario Lopez was the only one that was ever really classy. Because all of them, anytime Dustin Diamond, Screech, his name got brought up, they all hated him. Tiffany Amber Thiessen went on Howard Stern and said he's just a terrible guy. Nobody likes him. And Zach Morris, what's his name? Paul, whatever the fuck his name is.
Paul Mark Gosselaar.
Yeah, he went on a show and he tried to do the AC Slater thing where he's like, oh, I don't actually have any problems with him. And then his buddy's like, well, I do. And he lists off a laundry laundry list of things that they don't like about this Screech guy. But Mario Lopez has always been like, I like the guy. I don't have any problems with the guy. I think like I try to get along with the guy. He's a great guy. Mario Lopez is just a really cool, really nice guy.
He's a really nice guy, and that tells me something about Mario Lopez. That's why he has a bigger career than the rest of them.
Sure, yeah.
Because he's a genuine person.
Yeah.
And finding somebody's genuine in this day doesn't work for everybody. Do you know what I mean by that? Like to find a genuine person now, like if you're like, man, you're just brutally honest and a genuine person. Like, you genuinely care about most people.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, yeah, I really, and I'll use me as an example. I'm still too honest.
Okay.
That is my one downfall.
Okay.
But we know where we stand with you, so you're very genuine. Like, if you don't like me, you're gonna tell me. But like even then, I'm like, you know what? I'll go for a positive because now I'm not about negativity. I'm more about positivity. Like, I may not like this person, but you know what? They got a great smile. You know,
nice.
They're dating a nice girl. They're dating a nice girl. Something like along that line, right? I'm always willing to move on and stuff. But like, yeah, Mario Lopez is a genuine guy. I didn't like Screech. I thought he was an asshole. He was in porn. Was he not in the Hulk Hogan wrestling thing? Did he not wrestle with Hulk Hogan?
CCW was Celebrity Championship Wrestling for a little while. He was the Winner, which was such a creative name.
That's it. Well, it is for him because he was such a loser. Because he stabbed somebody in the neck over something dumb.
Well, and he also had this tell-all book where he dished out all the secrets about all the staff of Saved by the Bell, and the secrets were some of them dated each other, and they might have smoked a little pot once in a while. And you know, for that, he sold his soul. He dished out these secrets, and now none of the cast liked him. They said, you sold out on us, man. You rolled over on us. You told us stuff that we didn't really want. I didn't want everybody to know. You know, the girls were like, I didn't want everybody to know that I dated 3 or 4 of the guys on the staff when I was a kid, when I was 16. It's none of anyone's business. But he fucking sold that shit and made money off of it. And then everybody hated him for it.
Well, what did you expect? Like, when you're watching Saved by the Bell, we were very young, were we not?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like we were like, I don't even know, was it even doing new episodes when we were in high school? No.
I believe it started in '89, and it would have probably ended sometime close to the time that we started high school, to be honest.
Okay, so anyways, you got to figure this. You're 16. You're in front of a camera. You're making money. You're getting an education. You're doing a show about school. And what do you have around you? Only attractive females.
Yeah.
Or attractive males too. Like the cast besides Screech. And Screech was like a cute geek. You could, if you dated him, like, you're like, right. But like, they had some hot, like, Tori Spelling was on that show.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, they had some hot staff members, like, some cast members before.
Yeah.
You mean to tell, like, what did you expect was going to happen? Oh, 16-year-old's going to smoke a little pot and they're going to date each other? No shit. They're 16. Like, you didn't sell your soul for anything bad. Like, give me a fucking break.
And that's it, is he sold his soul for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it was no, they made a made-for-TV movie out of it, and the most dramatic thing was that they did a classroom after the show. They went to class, and Screech had to find a seat, and nobody really liked him, so he had a hard time finding a seat to sit in. That was the most dramatic thing that happened in the entire episode, like the entire made-for-TV movie.
Well, at least he didn't go full Columbine.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe after the fact that he stabbed him, but he was a piece of shit. I can't even. Literally, he was a criminal. Like, honestly, he could not run for president of the United States. He was horrible human being. You always heard about him. Nothing good. It wasn't like Screech changed a tire. Dustin Diamond flattened some guy's neck with a fucking shank. Like, that's all it was.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I don't know.
He did everything possible to be an evil human being. He did.
I don't know if I would call. I don't think listen, when I said nobody liked this guy, I meant the staff. But I don't know if I think he's an evil human being or a terrible human being. He's definitely made.
He's not the worst. He's not the worst human being we talk about on this show.
Yeah.
But he's not my most favorite guy we talk about on this show. He's gone. He's dead. I don't want to talk ill about the dead. Unfortunately, he died of cancer. Yeah. That's the shitty part. Like, he wasn't that old too. Like, he wasn't that much older than we are. So I mean, to me, like, okay, unfortunately, he passed away. I'm sorry. but like he wasn't a good guy.
So
you know what I mean?
Would you say that on that show, though, despite his personality, he was one of the most iconic and recognized characters, Screech?
Absolutely, but everybody on there was.
Okay, but Screech was like he was like the Urkel of the show. Like he was a big deal.
But like literally, dude, they all were big deals.
They all were.
The only thing that made him better than everybody else was he was preppy Zach's little geek that Zach would fuck him up, would just give him stupid things to do. I would fuck with him all the time.
Did you know that he was on every episode or every season or every episode of the show, even up until the new class? Like he was on what is it? Good Morning, Miss Bliss, and then it was Saved by the Bell, and then it was the new class or whatever, right? Okay, so here's the one thing. Did you know that they made a remake this year? They did a reboot of.
Yes.
Yeah, and all of the cast.
That was on.
It's on. I think it's. Yeah, all of the cast was brought back, and then when they said Dustin Diamond, everybody said, "Fuck that guy."
Like, how mad could you be?
And here's the thing: is social media was pressuring them to bring him back, and they said, "Oh yeah, maybe it's open to the possibilities. Maybe we'll bring him down." That's not going to happen.
There are guys that we went to high school with.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Sure.
Like I still sure whatever. Like, I don't care. If I see them at a bar now,
yeah,
they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh fuck," I'd have a beer with them.
Sure.
Like I'm assuming we've grown up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean though? Like you just go, "Hey man, what's going on?" And then like I've had it before where I've been like, "I fucking hated you in high school.
Yeah.
I hated you. I wanted to beat the living piss out of you." Now it's like, "Okay, let's have a pint. Okay, we're good. All right, get the fuck out of my face."
So let's make an approximation. These guys that you hated in high school, if the only way they really had a living, like the only way they could make a living, because let's face it, Screech ain't in a lot of other fucking shows. If the only way they could make a living was to work with you, would you go, no?
No, I couldn't.
You're like, let him come. Let him.
I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't cut somebody else. If I knew, like, maybe I don't even. No, I couldn't, because it's such a cunt move. I don't say that word too often. I didn't like him, but that's a cunt move, man.
I agree 100%. When they said they're doing the show, and
like you're gonna cut the guy, out from $14 an hour. Yeah, you're not gonna lose fucking sleep over it. Move on. The next $14. You're gonna cut the guy out of like $200,000 for 7 or 8 episodes. That's a cunt move.
Yeah, and it's the only work he's got. Like he's resorting to porn. He's resorting to these tell-all books that obviously hurt you or whatever, hurt the cast, and he's resorting to whatever he can do.
Holy fuck! This just hit me.
What's that?
What if he needed that job to get health benefits, and he didn't get it because they said no, and he didn't have health benefits to catch cancer in time because it's America?
Well, that would be terrible.
Are all of those guys are all cocksuckers then?
Listen, I don't want to speculate on that stuff.
Dude,
we don't have any real reason.
Just think about that though. Like that is just like, boom, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm never gonna watch again. Saved by the Bell.
I'm probably gonna watch it, man. I haven't seen the new season, but I might pay a little bit for that Amazon Prime add-on to be able to watch it, and I might check it out.
What's on Amazon Prime?
You got to get an add-on for it. Like you got to pay the extra for the whatever. You know how they have those add-ons.
Well, yeah. Which add-on is it? Maybe I have it. I don't even know.
I think it's Stacked, I think, or something like that.
Well, yeah. What the Stacked? Well, I'll figure it out. Maybe we'll watch it and we'll do a little synopsis on it. I know it's a little late, but we're talking a little Saved by the Bell. Listen, man. Speaking of people you hate,
okay,
but they love you for some reason. They love commenting on your shit.
Oh, I know.
Your boys, the Proud Boys, finally terrorists. So I'm going to tell you this right now, Proud Boys. You fuck with Adam Andrews, you become a terrorist. That's exactly what happens.
I got pulled, motherfuckers.
That's it. You go after him, you're a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
Man, how does it, let me interview you for a second.
Okay.
How does that feel?
How does what feel?
to have let me finish, to have an organization that has come up on your videos, tell you off, threaten you, then become a known terrorist group in Canada. Does that scare you at all?
No, that doesn't scare me at all.
Does it? So the Proud Boys they're not Al Qaeda. Like no, I'm not like when you say they're not, like, to me they're proud boys. They wear kilts and they play skin flutes. As far as I'm concerned,
I'll be honest. The thought has crossed my mind when these videos that we've done. Give yourself some credit. You're in this video as well. But this video where we've done 2 of them where we're criticizing Gavin McInnes and criticizing the Proud Boys. When suddenly it started getting a lot of attention from these guys and it was clear that they were not a fan of me, the thought had crossed my mind that at some point I may end up getting into a fight with these guys. And you know what?
I'll take care of it.
I think I'm going to have to take care of it myself. You're not.
No, but I will become 100% with you. And if that's the case, now that they're a terrorist group and they're threatening us in any way, we have a lot of power now. We don't get
true.
Yes, you do not get local police, you don't get OPP, you get RCMP as well as you get CSIS. So you get them all. You get the higher echelon of federal because they're now known as a federal terrorist group. And if there's any threats made to you, then they have to go through America and it's there for you.
Well, there have been threats made to me. They comment on our videos all the time, and I
know, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what, Proud Girls? I'm glad. Congratulations. You guys can now sell fucking Girl Guide cookies, but you can't do it in a group because you're a terrorist group. You guys can single-handedly go fucking make your skirts and go fuck yourself, as far as I'm concerned. Because the Proud Boys are not my boys, but they love you, man. Anytime you say the word Proud Boys, they come for you.
They're not a fan of me.
They love you though. Like
I will say though that I interact with them in the comments. I actually do. When they talk, I shut them down. I tell them why I can't believe you lied about this, you lied about that, and I point out. I say, this is why I said this. This is 100% truth. This is how I feel here. This is what I think. And there was one guy who actually said he'd come on our show and answer any question we have. So if you ever want to do that, we can have this guy on. And it was a while back. It was, I think, over the summer, but he did say, yeah, if you want me on your show, I'll come on. So
bring it on. Like, honestly, but here's the problem is that I don't want to give these cocksuckers a platform. And does that make sense to you?
That's kind of where I was at too.
I want to have people on the show. I really do. We've talked about it. And some people are like, yeah, maybe. I do not want to give these assholes a platform. Last thing I'm going to do is give racists, homophobics, anybody who just hates somebody else because of their sexual orientation, they're not going to get, I'll give them a platform if they want to sit beside me on the couch.
Yeah.
And then we could have a serious conversation about it.
I'll be honest.
They're probably not going to like it.
I'll be honest. I would have an interview. Like I would give a platform. I would listen to these people. I would be interested in picking their brains, even though they don't align with my ideals. I would be interested in it.
So you're telling me you're willing to have a conversation with these people?
Absolutely. I would have a conversation with Al Qaeda. I would have a conversation with a KKK member. Like I would be interested in hearing what these people have to say. I obviously would not agree with them or advocate any of the things they say, but I would absolutely be interested in having them on the show and saying, why do you feel this way? Let me understand. How did you get this way? How did you get to the point where you're such a hateful human being?
Oh, well, you know what, Adam? There it is. If you are part of any part of racial community, and you'd like to have a conversation with the two of us, Adam will run the conversation. I will also do commentary. We will gladly have you on the show.
And that's the other thing is I'm a little bit afraid to do it with you because I know that I'd be able to control myself, but I'm not sure exactly how you're part of the conversation.
Listen here, man. We will be fine because I'm educated on a lot of things. So if you want to jump on the podcast,
I'm not saying you're uneducated. I'm worried that you might fight with these people is what I'm saying.
No, I'm not going to fight with them. It's not going to be a fight. Look at the size of these fists. They're huge. It's going to be a slaughter. No, but honestly, like, I kind of agree with you, but at the same spot, it's like, like, well, where did you learn this hate?
Yeah.
And it's probably systematically brought down from generation to generation to generation. They didn't know any better, right?
The thing about the Proud Boys, and there are like I'm not sure. I'm not sure, and I don't want to come off as naive, but I do question if I know that some of them are racist. I know that some of them absolutely are white supremacists, but I'm interested in seeing if there are people there who actually think that it's not a white supremacist group. There are people who are naive that are part of this group that are sort of there thinking that it's something that it's not and don't realize what it is. You know, I'm interested in hearing from those people.
You know what? When you see that though, Adam, I'm kind of with you. Like if we can get a black Proud Boy, I don't even know if that exists. I know it exists.
Yeah.
If we get one of those guys to come in, and just have a conversation, like, why are you guys known as a terrorist group? Like, where is the hate coming from? Is the racism coming from the people that have a voice through the news outlets? Like the news outlets will listen to it, or is the news construing it where they're saying one thing and something else is coming out? Do you know what I mean by that? Like,
so what the Proud Boys represent, and we've talked about it on our show, is the main thing of a Proud Boy is that they believe that they are, in order to be a Proud Boy, you have to be a Western chauvinist, and they choose the word chauvinist. Basically, you have to be proud to be a Western person. You have to be proud of Western civilization. So in order to be proud of Western civilization, does that mean you have to not like people from other countries that aren't part of Western culture?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, man. I don't know, man. Like, that to me just sounds like you're missing out on so much.
Yeah.
Am I the only person that thinks that? Like, there's foods out there that you may not like or you may love that you don't even know because you're a racist. Like, you might not know vegan ice cream exists, and you might not be in love with vegan ice cream. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, if you don't have an open mind, you don't know that vegan ice cream existed.
Vegan ice cream is wonderful, by the way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've opened up my eyes. Who's like at steak eating? Like, if I could eat steak every day of my life and it'd be good for me, I would. I would eat steak. I would eat it right off the cow. I'm that type of a guy.
So would I love a bloody steak. But back to what we're talking about here is
they're not opening their minds. Is what like that's what I want to know where it comes from. Like, where did it, like, why? Why are you not? And like, why are you not opening your mind a little bit? I'm not saying like blow the doors open and accept everybody. Open it up to what?
So like, here's the thing is, I feel like it's a bit of a slippery slope, because when I posted that video, and maybe I shouldn't say this, there were people that messaged me and said, there's nothing wrong with being proud of being Western. There's nothing wrong with being proud of being from North America. You know, we're proud of where we're from. And like, I can start to understand where that's coming from. But when you get to the point where you have to commit an act of violence, you know, to be proud of Western culture, where does that add up to, you know?
Now, I'm going to say I'm really proud to be Canadian. I really am. I'm proud to be, and I'm with them. I'm really proud to be like a North American, like, let's call us North Americans. What I'm most proud of, though, what I'm most proud of is that we accept everybody. You know what I mean? Like, Canada, like, where do you accept? Everybody. Why can't we accept everybody? What? We got room, for the most part, we got room. Like,
got a lot of room.
Don't bring, well, in Canada we do, like in America. Like, if you were to congregate, like, in Winnipeg, like, I'm not saying go to Winnipeg, but I'm saying, like, we got a lot of space.
Yeah.
Come on and enjoy it. Like, bring some of your culture, bring some of your cultures. Don't bring, like, some of the cultures are like, they hate women and they do, and, you know, like the women are second class. No. Everybody's equal, yourself included. You bring the mentality, like, bring your food, bring your culture with you, as long as your culture doesn't cut anybody else down.
I mean,
that's what I'm proud of.
Let me get to the long and the short of it is bring your culture here, but we have laws, right? We women have rights in our country, and you can't take them away because of your culture, and you can't murder, or, you know, there are laws against that, but you can have your culture.
Exactly. Hey, but yeah, the sheer outlaw. No, my friend. That does not work here in Canada because we do not treat women as second-class citizens. In fact, we should have women on a little bit higher of a platform. Oh, with Valentine's Day coming, my friend.
Oh, VD Day.
VD is coming.
VD is coming.
On a higher platform. VD is coming.
We got VD coming up. What do you have? Do we have any thoughts on VD?
Rapid protection.
Rapid
protection. Only
but
one. Only one. Not
only
three. One.
Like I said earlier, I always heard if you put more than one on, it'll rip. So
it'll rip.
That's what I've always heard, is they're more likely to break if you use more than one. That's why I was not a fan of trying that out with masks. I didn't think it would be safe.
I tried it out. You can still breathe and you can hear me. So I don't want to hear people. I don't want to hear people like, this is my favorite. This is my favorite mask wears though.
Oh yeah.
Hey, so no. Hey, bud, put your mask over your nose and pinch it. So can you hear me okay? No, dude. Just, you can hear through a mask. It's just, it's 3 slices of paper when you talk through it.
Yeah.
I hate people. Proud Boys, though, if you guys want to talk, we'll have a conversation. I want to know where your hate comes from. I'm always interested to know where hate comes from. I really always am.
So do you have any thoughts on VD? Do you think VD is a Hallmark holiday, that it's garbage, or are you a fan of it? Do you think it's a good thing?
Just right now, I can tell you right now is that we do not. Valentine's Day, I do not like Valentine's Day. Worst Valentine's Day, the absolute worst thing for me. I hate Valentine's Day. I do not like Valentine's Day. I think it's the absolute worst.
Why do you hate it?
You want to know why I hate Valentine's? People ask me this all the time. Do you want to know why I hate Valentine's Day?
I do. That's why I asked.
Were you not with me on why I hate Valentine's Day?
I mean, I've been with you for
high school,
like 30 years. So
high school. I don't want to say the high school we went to, but it was the public one, not the Catholic one. We were a little bit older.
Yeah.
Bought flowers. I bought the chocolates. I had a little girlfriend who was about 4.5 feet tall, maybe 5 feet tall.
Was that the one where you were banging her sister? I mean, wait.
After the fact, that does not matter.
After the fact, I thought it was during the fact. I thought it was during.
It was not. No, that was. Dude, you are gonna sewer me with the person upstairs, my roommate, who's now my roommate.
That's got nothing to do with this.
No, but anyway.
This was high school, my friend.
It was high school, and that was after.
All I'm saying is, when you were dating this person, you sure spent a lot more time with her sister. That's all I remember. Anyway, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. That's just caused rampant speculation. But anyway.
That is fake news.
It was rampant speculation. Nobody knew anything. We just all kind of, hey, he kind of hangs out with her more than his actual. Anyway, never mind. Go into the chloroform.
But sounds more like chloroform to me. Anyways.
I'm sorry. I so sewered you before you got into the story.
But anyways. I'm on my way to, so I get the flowers and the chocolates beforehand. I'm getting ready to go to school that day. Dad's giving me a ride because where we lived, like it was a far walk. Dad's like, you got fucking flowers, you plug, and this. Not a problem.
Yeah.
That was not a problem. I'm about to leave, my phone rings. I pick up the phone. Hello. Guy goes, hey, it's Nick. I go, Nick, who says his last name? I go, yeah. What's up, buddy? He goes, man, are you dating this person? I go, I am dating that person. He goes, I fucked her over the weekend.
Oh, I did not know that. You never told me this.
I go, what? He goes, yeah. I fucked her over the weekend. I go, why are you telling me today's Valentine's Day? He goes, because I didn't want you to be an asshole and give her flowers. He's like, and by the way, I had no idea you were dating until last night.
That's a stand-up dude. That's a stand-up dude, man. That's, he was
afraid. But he was afraid that you and I and the boys were going to go down there and beat the piss out of him in Algonquin. So that's why he called me. He called me to save his ass, which was a great call. So what I did was I gave the flowers to my mother.
Good man.
The chocolates to her sister.
Yes.
And I told her to go fuck herself.
Awesome.
And she bawled her eyes out. And I pulled into the office. The principal asked me if I could fix it. I said, could she fix getting unfucked? And I got sent back to class.
Nice.
And ever since then, I fucking hate Valentine's Day. I absolutely hate it. And you know exactly what fucking date it was, you motherfucker. I love you. That's exactly it. Now, the whole sister thing didn't happen until later. You know what, Adam? We're not talking about this on air. The sister, to be honest with you, though, years later, both of them, the girl I dated and the sister, everything worked out. Like, they're nice people. I'm not hating on them. We were in high school. Just got to move on from that, right, my friend? Yeah. We just got to move on to that.
I'm going to say, though, that guy that called you up, I respect that. That's the right thing to do.
Oh, dude, it saved him a beating.
Well, after that, like, whether he did it to save himself a beating or if he did it out of like, hey man, I didn't know, or even if he did know, like doing that kind of stuff goes a long way.
Me and that guy's friendship was basically at the rink. Okay. The rink we used to run, it was the rink. All we did was pass pucks and play hockey. We played against each other, with each other. It was like a, hey man, how you doing? Like a nice. He was a stand-up guy. Really, honestly was. I haven't seen that guy. I don't have that guy on Facebook. I haven't heard from him in like 10, 20 years. But if I see that guy, like, let me buy you dinner. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I see that guy with his wife. If he's got a wife and 10 kids, your dad was a stand-up guy. Like, I don't know, like, but there's nothing you could do against the guy, right? Like,
but to me, it was like, that's what I'm getting at is there's that guy was in a bad situation. He did a bad thing, like, and he did the right thing in it. Like, he could have tried to hide it. He could have tried. You may have never known. You may have never even found out.
Never known. We were 16 or 17. Like, I want you to think of the balls on that kid to pick up the phone on Valentine's Day and call me at my house.
Yeah.
He had to find my parents' fucking phone number. Like, that's another thing too. Like, we didn't have cell phones back then. We're 105 years old. Like, literally, like, he had to call my house.
Yeah, that's a stand-up dude. Like, I respect that.
The stand-up dude.
Yeah, and there's a right way and a wrong way to handle that situation, and that dude did the right thing.
Absolutely did the right thing. Like, to me, I couldn't ask. You couldn't ask for a better thing. Like, to me, that's a stand-up guy. They don't even build. We don't build guys like that anymore.
No. So you want to talk about this arrest in Barrie?
What was the kid charged with?
What I heard was that he blew a red light on his skateboard. You laugh, but they beat the kid up.
Dude, cops are still, I didn't even know skateboarding was still a thing, one. And they're still fucking hating on skateboarders?
Yeah.
I thought we went through this when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like, how bad is that?
Yeah.
So he blew a red light on the skateboard. I probably would have tased him.
You would have tased him? Look, from what I understand,
right out the cop window.
From what I understand is they gave him his ticket, and afterwards they started roughing him up and trying to arrest him.
What the fuck did he say before that?
I don't know. You don't get to rough a guy up because he says something, though.
But Adam, if I go and I give you a ticket, there you go, Mr. Andrews, here's your ticket. And you go, okay, here you go. And then you take your ticket and you go, all right. And then I'm walking away and you go, fucking pig. I'm going to beat the piss out of you, man.
Well, that's not your job. You're not allowed to beat the piss out of someone because they call you a name.
Well, then I'm looking for another reason. Oh, son, you're not wearing a mask. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's another.
So you would be a crooked cop is what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely, I would be. How can you not think that power not be crooked? Come on, man.
Because you're a decent human being that cares about protecting people.
Yeah, that's it. I'm paid. I don't give a fuck. I would have tased a kid on his skateboard.
I disagree.
He shouldn't have broke the law. Listen,
he shouldn't have broke the law. He shouldn't have broke the law, and he got a ticket for that.
Well, he also got fucking sounds.
You know who else? You know who else shouldn't have broke the law? You know who else shouldn't have broke the law? The fucking cop.
He didn't break the law. He was resisting arrest.
He wasn't resisting arrest. Bullshit. He's resisting arrest. The guy's hitting him on the top of the head while he's fucking got his arms behind his back. That's excessive force.
He had a weapon.
He had a weapon? What weapon?
Skateboard.
He didn't have his skateboard at the time. He had his fucking hands behind his back.
Skateboard. Probably swung the skateboard.
The only one that had a weapon was the cop.
Correct. And that's called the fucking law, baby. The weapon is the law. I want to know what the fuck that kid did before that. Cops don't jump people for fun, man. We know this.
I don't know. Maybe you got a little smart mouth with him. You still don't get to beat him up for it.
And shut the fuck up.
So he can what? He doesn't have to shut up. He's allowed to say what he's allowed to speak his mind. You don't get to beat the shit out of a kid because he spoke his mind.
I wish you did. Be a lot of fucking people not talking anymore. I'll tell you that much. No, but Adam, like, when it comes with these fucking videos, and we've learned this 1,000 times, and you and I always fucking fight. He was fatally shot 7 times. He was not fatally shot. Remember that conversation?
I never said he was fatally shot. I said they used lethal force.
But it wasn't lethal because he was alive, correct?
But it was force that could have killed him.
But it didn't, so it wasn't lethal.
But it could have.
Does it matter? Dude, I could have killed you with a punch in the head. That could have been lethal force? No.
Okay, do you think shooting we're talking about a completely different story here. But
okay, let me just say this. Well, the only thing I'm getting at is I want to take just the videos themselves.
Sure.
Both videos. Sure. You rewind that video, rewind life 10 minutes before on each end. And you put a camera on them for 10 minutes before that incident happened. What were the circumstances leading up to that issue?
I wish I knew, but I don't.
Neither do I. But because they are, and I know they take a lot of shit. We have to believe not all cops are bad. Because not all cops are bad.
I don't think all cops are bad, but when we find a cop that is bad, we have to hold them accountable.
And we will. But we need to know what happened 10 minutes before that. I don't think it
matters.
It does matter.
Why? Because this guy is not resisting. I don't care what the guy says. He's not resisting. He's got his arms behind his back. The cop's slamming him on the ground. I think he's hitting him in the back of the head with a fucking taser.
Is the female not yelling, "Stop resisting"?
No, the female was saying he's not resisting.
I thought she was saying.
The female that was recording it?
I thought she said, "Jared, stop resisting."
No, I think she's saying, leave him alone. This is excessive force.
So not only that, you have a fucking woman just chirping you in the ear. I would lose my mind. That's why I'm not a cop.
Let me back up. She might have said, "Stop resisting," and he said, "I'm not." Yeah, no, that's right. She said, "Just go with it, dude. Just do it. Just do what he says." But he was.
What happened before that?
What does it matter if he's not resisting?
Why isn't the dash cam out yet?
Probably because it'll incriminate the police. That's usually the way these things happen, is the dash cam only gets released much later, often after the trial, if it's bad for the police officer. But if it defends the police officer, it's released before you've even heard of the story.
Okay. Let's agree on this. That's a bad cop. That's a bad arrest. That's a bad beating.
Sure.
Let's add 5 years to the cop's sentence.
Okay.
Because the cop's in power. The cop is literally in power. If a cop comes up to us, pulls me over or pulls us over and says, "You've been drinking," which never happens. I'm not saying you drink. The cop tells me to drive your car and I'm shit-faced, and I drive 3 blocks down the road and get pulled over and go, "No, he told me to drive." Yeah. You know, all right, that's legal. Right? Sure. That's how it works in Canada. The cop tells you to sit down or lay down or whatever have you. Just do it. I want to know what happened. Like 5 minutes before, we just get a video of her rushing up, yelling, "Don't hit him! Don't stop! Don't stop! Let's stop!" Like the camera comes out when the guy's on the ground.
Yeah,
he's not when he's up. Before he's on the ground. Do you know what I mean? Like, how did he get on the ground? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, well, you're right. I would like to see that as well. I'll agree with you on that.
But if the cop's dirty, let's add 5 years. You want to know why the cop's got a gun? The cop's got training. The cop's dealing with all this shit. He knows what he shouldn't be doing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it might have been a hard kid to take down, but it's a fucking kid. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know. I think to say I was probably my prime at 25 to take me down. Like I don't think you take me down now, I'd probably kill you. So I'm a lot bigger now. But like, if it's a bad cop, we gotta smack. We gotta bring the hammer down.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's all I'm saying.
Let's bring the hammer. Like, and I'm not even talking lightly. Like, even if it's a simple assault and the kid the average common criminal would get 6 months for that. I want 7 years for the cop.
Yeah,
you want to know
that's
why?
interesting.
Because the cops need to know you do this, you're fucking done.
Yeah, that's exactly. See, I feel like we have the same stance on this, but we often come at it from different angles. You seem to defend the police, but you don't want bad cops there, and I tend to question the police because I don't want bad cops there. But we often meet in the middle where we do agree on this.
We do. My thing is like, instead of going after the cop right away, I want to know the 5 minutes that happened before he got down. Because who knows? Maybe the cop rips up maybe the kid rips up the ticket, throws it in the cop's face.
That's
the cop
fine.
goes, that's assault. That's assault with a weapon.
It's not assault with a weapon. It's a piece of paper. Come
Doesn't
on.
matter. You get a paper cut. Dude,
Come on. You get a paper cut. Did you just say that? Did you just say it doesn't matter? You can get a paper cut? Did you just say that to me? It's assault with a weapon because you can get a paper cut. Listen how ridiculous you sound.
Nope. And I will explain to you off air on how I know that. But we will tell you right now is that if the cop gets a fucking paper cut, that's assault with a weapon causing bodily harm because the guy's cut. So then what happens is now it's equal force, damn near close to murder, and that's where the kid will get fucked.
It's not equal force,
Adam. I'm going to tell you right now, educate yourself on the fucking stupid Canadian laws.
I'm not saying, listen, that may be the law. I don't know the law, but it's fucking stupid.
Dude, it's in Canada. The laws don't make sense.
You're still advocating for it? You're saying that's what it should be, though.
Well, that's the law. I mean,
listen, dude, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law back and forth. I just know that sounds fucking stupid.
I'm with you 100% on that, but I'm telling you it's the fucking law.
All right.
You know what, Adam? You know what, man? You know what I could go for right now?
Is it Aunt Jemima's? I
could go for some fucking pancakes and syrup.
Oh. Is it Aunt Jemima's, though?
No, it's going to be Mill Pearl fucking something or other. I don't...
Our best video, one of our best videos was the Aunt Jemima debate. One of our first videos, probably our first, I don't know if it was from our first show, but that was when we knew we had something, was the Aunt Jemima show.
Adam, that, I get so mad.
You get mad? Why do you get mad?
Things we loved as kids,
yeah,
we can no longer love. We can't love things anymore. We can't love anything. Sure. You can no longer have the memory of your grandmother cracking an egg into Aunt Jemima's, sprinkling a little bit of cinnamon in there, whisking it away.
Whisking it
away. Whisking it away. 2 eggs. Little buttermilk, baby. Boom.
So you're just reenacting the video like 6 months later.
Did I do that?
Yeah,
I don't even remember doing that.
We got to do the bit of a debate. You're like, whoa. You crack an egg, you little spurt of cinnamon and some buttermilk, and you got pancakes in 5 minutes. It's something like that, what you said.
No, I'm just thinking this. I'm thinking this right now out loud.
Thinking.
If she married Mr. Clean, that is an interrelationship. Nobody would have touched it. No, interracial relationship. I don't know why I couldn't say that. It was on the tip of my tongue. No, but like, Adam, like we talked about this before. We beat the dead horse. I'm not going to beat it today. It's official. We knew it was official months ago that they were going to do it like 7 or 8 months ago. It took them a while, did it not, though?
Sure seems like it.
We were talking about this a year ago.
Yeah.
We were getting rid of it. Like, what took so long? Like, so my question to you is, did they have so many boxes? Like, did they have like a warehouse full of...
We gotta get out of our excessive stock.
Yeah, we gotta get out of our stock. Like, she's already on labels for the next 6 months or 10 years.
This stuff never expires, so we gotta sell it.
Like, is that what happened though?
I don't know, man.
Is she a collector's item?
You know what? I bet so. Because
do we run out and just grab a box and not open it? And like, this is the last wrap, just put it in a cardboard.
I don't know. Like, the syrup probably doesn't expire. It's like sugar and preservatives and food coloring, right? So you can probably keep that in your thing for like 100 years and it probably won't get any mold on it or whatever, as long as you don't open it. Even if you do open it, it probably will last forever, right?
Powder, I don't know how it would go.
No, but I mean, the syrup is what I'm saying. The syrup.
That's just, oh, fuck. But like, That's we have syrup up north. Like I grew up on some really good syrups, man. And none of them were Aunt Jemima. I'm not saying I don't like Aunt Jemima. No, don't calm down, people. I'm just saying to me, like, there is some good
I feel
trees
like
up there.
You did just say you don't really care for Aunt Jemima.
Her syrup, man, I loved her pancakes.
But I'm saying you so passionately resisted the idea of changing the name, and you've just outed yourself as, I didn't really like it that much anyway.
Just the syrup. I loved her pancakes because she had the ones that just added water, right?
Yeah.
You had ones that were just added water.
I don't know. I don't really eat that crap, but.
Well, if she had Aunt Jemima's protein pancakes, you'd be eating those dinner, lunch.
As long as it was vegan.
Vegan eggs. No, but anyways, like, do we have to go back? Because I seen when you shared the video, and then people were like, James going to talk out of his ass. You shared the video. One guy said he's going to eat his words now. Like, people need to understand. We called this months ago. Yeah. Months and months ago. Like, we're now in the business of calling things and them actually coming through. Now, it was in the news that they were going to phase it out and get rid of it. But now they're going to pearls. Now, if I remember correctly, as I was looking at our group and some of the research I did today on pearls, they were harvested by children, and children died to receive pearls. So what they need to do is they need to get rid of the pearl name. And they need to continue to think of other names. Now, we've also heard Uncle Ben is next. That was mine. I believe he is next. There will be like some other things as well. I think we'll go. I think Mr. Noodles is gonna take a little bit of a hit.
Mr. Noodles is racist?
I'm thinking it might be.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
Is it because it's got soy sauce? Because it's got some sort of Asian connotation?
That's right, sir. That is correct. No, but like, man, like, there's stupid things that like we're not going to be able to, like electrical tape. I think that's the only thing that is safe.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about Mr. Noodles. I'm not sure what's wrong with them.
I don't know either, but it's got Asian packaging and it says ramen on it. So you guaranteed somebody's going to get fucking take offense to it.
Maybe, yeah.
But like, how the hell have we been together for almost a year now? We did this during the first quarantine.
Like
we're
together?
Number 2.
We've been together for like...
We haven't been talking. Get that. Stop. Oh, don't do it to me, Adam. No, but like, how have we not been canceled? We're not big enough yet. We got to get bigger. Well, share, tell your friends. We got to get bigger.
I'll tell you how we haven't been canceled. They don't let us run any ads. So if they did, they probably would have canceled us a lot.
We haven't been monetized yet.
Yeah. If we ever got to the point where we were running ads, they would have said, nope, we're not letting. It'd be halfway through our first show and it'd be like, yeah, that's done.
That's done. Right.
You guys didn't watch any of their previous content?
No, nothing at all. There wasn't your algorithm. Like, nobody has an algorithm that dumb to pick up on what those two idiots are saying.
Yeah.
No. Such a just a world we live in. They actually did it. I thought they were going to do like everything else, just sweep it under the rug. Everybody forgot about it. They actually followed through. Which another funny thing is, it's the Pepsi company that owns Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
The Pepsi company, which is hilarious. Well, Pepsi owns everything.
Yeah. Well, Pepsi or Coke or whatever.
Coke, they own
pretty much everything. Yeah.
And then. Who owns Coke is Warren Buffett, but if it was a Coke product, they could go after little white man Warren Buffett who's a billionaire and destroy everything they possibly wanted to.
I'm sure Pepsi's got enough money to go after if they wanted to too, right?
Yeah, but man, what else is under that umbrella that we don't know about? I had no idea. Even when I looked it up months ago, I didn't even realize that Pepsi was in control of Aunt Jemima. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's.
I mean, we're getting into a conversation where I don't know, but it's one of those things where every couple of years or months, you sort of look into maybe one of those memes will get shared and it's like this company owns, and then there's like this hundreds of things, everybody is aware that like Pepsi and Coke own lots of things, but everybody kind of forgets what falls under which sort of brand. And
so it's funny. Like when I'm at work and I've got to order, I say, I got to do a Pepsi order. Yeah. Because where I work in the fitness industry, like the new people go like, excuse me? I think I'm not ordering bottles of Pepsi.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally ordering Gatorade, Muscle Milk, like whatever else is under that umbrella.
Is Muscle Milk Pepsi? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gatorade, Muscle Milk, or Pepsi, right?
Do they have vegan Muscle Milk?
You know what? Let me look.
So for those who don't know, if you want to change the subject, you want to get into vegan ice cream?
No, you go. Well, you know what? Why don't we bring up vegan ice cream? Because that makes about as much fucking sense as fucking canceling Aunt Jemima.
I've discovered vegan ice cream. I've been lactose intolerant for my entire life, and I recently tried Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream, and I'm expecting this shit to taste like fucking cardboard, and I put one scoop in my mouth, and it's the best fucking ice cream I've ever had, and it won't destroy my guts from the inside out.
So, like, now somebody's sitting at home, and I don't know how many viewers we have, probably have 4 or 5, but if somebody's watching this later on, they go, this guy's full of shit. Adam, I've never watched you eat ice cream before.
Well, I've had ice cream before.
You've had ice cream before, but like I don't remember like being like a staple. Do you know what I mean by that? Like I don't even know.
If you've ever seen me eat ice cream, it's like I got to eat all these pills first, and then I'll eat the ice cream. And it's like this is not even after.
It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it at that point. Yeah. But like now you're eating vegan ice cream after so long.
Yeah.
Does it open your mind to other vegan things?
It does. Now I'm like, why haven't I tried vegan cheese or vegan? Like, there are dairy. The thing is, like, okay, there's a meme that somebody shared with me, and a joke that people have said is like, if you have a peanut allergy, it's like I can't eat that. If you have, whatever allergy, it's black and white. Absolutely not. People who are lactose intolerant, it's like, well, how much cheese are we talking? I can have a little bit. Maybe I'll try a little bit.
No, exactly it. Like, and it's almost like it almost sounds like an alcoholic. I can have one beer. I'll have one beer. One beer, that's it. Like, I'm okay.
And it's always a mistake.
Oh, the minute you have one beer, you're 7 deep. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, God damn it.
I can tell that one from experience from the few times that I've quit and didn't quite make it when I was younger.
Oh, dude, no, but like the only thing like I don't want to try just because I've seen the sodium content on it are like the vegan burgers.
Oh yeah.
Like that they look like a lot of sodium. Like don't they give you the list of like near burger or near beef. Like, I'm sorry. You know what? I'll try your vegan ice cream. I will. Mm-hmm. I want to know what it's made of. I'll try that. I'll try certain things that I don't eat like that are vegan. Like I'll try some stuff. I don't want to ruin beef. I don't want to try anything like that. Like I don't want to try but I will try vegan ice cream.
Awesome. Well, Ben & Jerry's has probably the best. They have a dairy version and a non-dairy version of Netflix and chilled that's very good. They have peanut butter half baked that's very good. They have sorry, go on.
Dude, were you Netflix and chilling while eating Ben & Jerry's Netflix and chilling? Or are you Disney Plus and Thrust?
Disney Plus and Thrust. What is your favorite one of those? Disney Plus and Thrust might be my favorite.
Amazon Prime and Crime? No, I don't know. I don't know, man. No, you know what? I would probably say Disney Plus and Thrust.
That one's good. That one's good. The ladies like Disney Plus, though, eh?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, what is this? We got an emoji on the screen. How'd you do that?
Well, I gotta tell you something, Adam.
Hey, did you see the last episode of WandaVision? Since we're talking about Disney
No, I have not because I'm gonna watch them all.
Oh, you gotta watch. No, my friend, you need to watch. Trust me.
So I will because
but like you
she's
can't.
She's my favorite also.
Listen, my friend. Oh, I get it. Listen, my friend. After what happened this week, you cannot wait and let spoilers ruin the show for you. I'm just saying, watch the first 2 episodes suck fucking balls. I hated the first 2 episodes.
That's what I heard, but I wanted to give it a little breath. Because when people don't remember, I watched Mando from like the fucking first episode. Mm-hmm. And then the first episode, I'm like, okay, that's what I'm kind of getting into. Mm-hmm. Even the wife was like, eh. Then the second episode, I'm like, all right, I'm liking it. And then we fell in love after that, right? It's almost every episode. People, you know what pisses me off? And I'm going to talk about WandaVision. Cut this. Listen, here's the problem. I watched Breaking Bad.
Sure.
You like that show?
I never seen it.
Good call. Don't even bother. I watched Breaking Bad as it happened, like on AMC or whatever. I watched it. Mm-hmm. Stupid. Starts off the slowest fucking show in the fucking world. Mm-hmm. I Googled how to make meth. Showed me how to make meth. I go, okay, guy's got cancer. He can't afford, because it's America, he can't afford his treatment. He's going to sell meth.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, what's the problem? So make them make meth and then get it on that way. And then we're done. That is it. That's it. Like, so that's like that's the same thing with Mando. Mando very slow to get it. Mando was still good. I'm gonna watch WandaVision. WandaVision is probably gonna become my favorite show.
Well, what I'm gonna tell you is the first 2 episodes, they're a black and white version of Bewitched, and it's shit.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love that show.
I liked Bewitched, but I don't need to see a black and white version of it. Then there's I'm not going to spoil it, but there's little cracks, and that's where it's interesting, is where you see through the cracks. And then the episodes after that, the cracks get big enough to get interesting, and there's a lot more MCU content. And then there's even more content that we're not going to get into that's
don't ruin it, bitch. Don't ruin it.
Really, really, really good.
But what I do know is they brought her brother back. But it's the brother I like, not the brother I don't like.
Well, remember a few minutes ago when I said don't wait because if somebody spoils it, it's a big thing? Well, that's what I meant, is that.
The brother comes back. The brother I wanted to be in the other one, but wasn't. Yeah. Just fucking, I love Fox, the X-Men on Fox, but that's another.
All right, so now we're into spoilers. We've got that they brought in Quicksilver from the Fox universe into the WandaVision.
And people were not happy, but I was.
Who was not happy? I thought that was incredible.
The whole world was like, no, you got the shitty one. I'm like, he was the best one.
I thought
it was the best Quicksilver.
I would actually say he was a better version. Now that you say it, yeah, I would honestly say he was better.
The only reason why he was better was because on every X-Men, and I loved the new class. I loved the X-Men. I loved a few of their movies. I loved 3 of them. Yeah,
I'll be honest. I disagree. I thought the X-Men movies were not great.
The X-Men. Okay, so X-Men First Class. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking great fucking movie, and fuck you. The second one, Days of Futures Past, was amazing. The Apocalypse one. I'm like, man. The other one, the Rise of the Phoenix, I haven't watched it. It got pulled from theaters. It was that bad. Yeah, but the first one I really enjoyed.
To be honest, I find them all kind of formulaic, and they're, they do stunt casting. They get like a big name to play one of these recognizable characters, whether it's a good choice or not. It's just a big name, plays every character, and then they have this big final confrontation with their big baddie, and then the guy gets killed.
That's the best basic movies from the fucking goddamn.
That's not. No. They don't stunt cast in every movie. They get good actors that can play the part that actually make you believe. They have an interesting plot. They have an interesting plot. The MCU has. I mean, listen. I have gripes with the MCU. I think the individual movies are not great, but the long. You're
fucking not. You are not attacking X-Men First Class with me right now.
I am.
You're not.
I saw that movie in theaters.
I seen that movie in theaters. That was one of my favorite fucking movies. I'll destroy you on acting. Stunt actors, kiss my ass.
Hey, I will say that when they brought in the younger actors, that was a lot better. Who's the guy that plays Xavier, the young guy? You don't know his name?
Like what? James?
Yeah, that guy. That guy is incredible. Have you seen him in Split?
Yeah. Do you not know who Michael Fassbender is?
I don't know.
Magneto?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Well, yeah, the younger guys are great actors, but the older ones are just sort of stunt cast.
So the original X-Men, like Wolverine and like Storm, like Halle Berry.
Yeah,
you don't like those guys.
Not for me.
Okay, but you like the original, like the first. Am I getting all fired up about us liking the same fucking movie?
What are you talking about?
X-Men First Class.
I like X-Men. It's okay. It's not great.
With Michael Fassbender and James
McAvoy. Yeah, I thought McAvoy was good. I thought he was great in Split, like I said.
But you liked him better than you did Wolverine and like all those guys?
Like I said, I found that the formula was basic. It didn't really need the X-Men movies. They don't need a good plot. It's just introduce a cool villain, stunt cast, get somebody cool to play every part, and then the bad guy dies at the end, and we move on. Not a whole lot of substance to it.
Well, we were also spoiled, though.
How so?
X-Men animated series in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can't beat that. That's the That's the upper echelon. You can't beat that.
I am going to say, though, and I've said it on this show, as far as fan service, and we're getting close, it's fucking this close. It's this fucking close. We've got WandaVision crossing into the Fox X-Men universe. We've got Spider-Man. There's rumors one way, there's rumors there's not, that it is going to happen. We get Tobey Maguire into that new Spider-Man movie, and we're just a little bit away from seeing the Avengers with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. It's the ultimate fan service moment, and we're getting this close to seeing it. It's going to be fucking awesome if it happens.
You've been drinking, my friend. It's not going to happen.
You don't think it's going to happen? You don't think it's going to happen? WandaVision's got the Fox universe intertwined into it, and the rumors are that Spider-Man's going to have the Tobey Maguire movie intertwined into it. It's so fucking close. How could you not do it? How could you not do it?
How could you not do it? The stupid thing that I just wore 4 masks for. A fucking pandemic. And they can't film it. No, they can't film in certain areas, man.
So?
Dude,
go to a different area!
Dude, like, fucking Tobey Maguire is going to be fucking Pierre Maguire. He's going to be 105 and bald and fat and sitting behind the fucking bench. You know who fucking Pierre Maguire is?
Doesn't matter. I don't care. They got CGI. They got CGI. They'll make him young.
Did you see it on the end of Lando? Did you see it? Yeah. Fucking, that looked horrible.
I know it looked horrible, but it's still going to be awesome when they get them all on the screen together. I don't care how fat and old he looks.
Dude, why are you yelling at me?
Because it's going to be awesome.
They're not going to be able to pull it off.
Why are they not going to be able to pull it off? Why do you hate this idea so much? It's so cool.
Here's what I want.
Yeah, and Doctor Strange 2 is called the Multiverse of Madness.
Well, it could work. Hey, who knows? Right? And what is it? Thor and the other guys are the Asgardians of the Galaxy or something like that? Or
I thought they were going to do Love and Thunder or whatever.
Oh, was it Love and Thunder? I thought it was the Asgardians of the Galaxy, but I think Disney changed it. Well, anyways, here's what I want. Here's what I want. I literally want Deadpool somewhere in there.
That'd be awesome.
I'll take Deadpool, Hugh Jackman. I'll take Wanda. I'll take Vision. I'll take Tony Stark. My boy that nobody else loves, Winter Soldier. I love that motherfucker. All in one show, and put the Tobey Maguire, even put Andrew Garfield in that motherfucker. I'll take that one.
Nobody likes Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
I don't like him either. I'm just trying to be an asshole. Tom Holland can fuck right off, but I want to keep his Aunt May. I would really love in WandaVision to see Uncle Ben get shot 3 times.
Why?
I think
like one for every version of Spider-Man?
I think that would be awesome.
Have you seen? Okay, I'm gonna get sidetracked here. Have you seen the Spider-Verse cartoon?
No.
It's so fucking good. You got to check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed.
You're a grown man that said cartoon. I know what I've been trying to do, and I found the emojis. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Did you see the video of the guy with the judge, the lawyers with the judge, and the guy was a cat?
Yes, I did see that.
I'm trying to do that. I can't turn myself into a cat.
I can do that if you want to see me do that.
Turn yourself into a cat, young man.
I wish you had mentioned this earlier because I would have it ready. But
so you can't do it through Zoom? Like, I don't understand what happened.
I can do it through my computer, but I don't think I can do it through Zoom. But I've got.
Okay, so you got to do it through it. Okay, because to me, I was trying to look for it, and all I could find was the raise your hands, the thumbs up, and all that stuff. Like, I couldn't see myself. I even tried in one of my meetings at work and turned myself into a cat for a little bit of fucking love, but I couldn't get it to go, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Encryption enabled, but I just couldn't see myself changing. If that makes sense. Video, let's have a look here.
Yeah, I've got this. This is the Logitech Logitech webcam, the C900, I think it is. So I've got the ability to do all that, but I don't know how to pull it up right now. Had I known, I would have had it ready.
Oh yeah, it's downloading and stuff like yeah, I'm just looking at it now, like through our video settings, right? No, to me, it's like, and I mean, like, we're looking at us and we're only, how old are we? We're 40, right? We're up there. Like, I'm not saying we're not 40, but we're up there.
Yeah.
Imagine a 65-year-old. Like, imagine our dads trying to figure out, like, why am I a cat?
Yeah. Well, he's just like, he's like, I am present and I am not a cat, but continue with the legal proceeding.
That's my favorite comment. Your Honor, I'm here. I'm not a cat. And the judge is like, I can see that. I know that. And I'm like, oh, that old man, just give him an Oscar. And it's just a cat. And just a cat like, meow. I would have played it up. So what do we got? Meow, Your Honor. No. Oh, how about a saucer of milk? Not for you. Be vegan milk. I don't even know. Is that almond milk? I don't know how that works, but.
I don't know. I haven't really gotten into that stuff too much yet. I'm still getting the lactose-free milk to get through. To be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the almond milk stuff, but.
No, but I'm excited for you, man. Like, I'm excited that there may be a different avenue for you to enjoy some of the same stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But you got to be careful. I want you to read some labels, though, because I know the sodium content when it comes to like vegan burgers and stuff like that is very high. Mm-hmm. So just have a peek at that and like make sure that you're going to be okay. Adam, is there anything else you wanted to cover? I really want to turn us into cats, but maybe next time.
Yeah, I really wanted to turn us into cats too, but I can't get the controls for that pulled up, so I don't really know how to do it. I can tell you that if we were on Google Plus, I'd do it in a fucking heartbeat, but they don't let us do Google Plus anymore, so here we are.
Fuck you, Google.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, they probably own YouTube, so I guarantee we're not.
They do own YouTube. Trust me. Believe me, I was a YouTuber when they merged with Google, and they made you have a Google Plus account, and it was a nightmare. I don't want to get into it. Everybody hated it, though.
I hate it too. Adam, anything else you want to add to today's great show, my friend?
Nah, man, I think we're good. I think we got everything.
Adam, man, it was a good show today. I really enjoyed myself. I got the new surroundings now. I'm downstairs in the basement, hiding like a fucking troll. Seemed to be not too bad, but
seems appropriate.
Seems appropriate. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Asshole. No, literally, I hope you have a great Valentine's Day.
VD.
I hope everything VD Day. I hope you don't get VD. I hope you enjoy VD. That doesn't make sense right now. No, man, I honestly hope so. Proud Boys, if you're listening out there, give us a call, shoot us a text. Well, go fuck yourself, first of all. But if you want to talk about your situation on how you have no balls, we're here to listen for you.
All right, guys. Thanks, everybody.